What's up, y'all? It's your boy Do It All, Dupre Kelly. Nah, excuse me, Councilman Dupre Kelly, and you're watching Urban Tools for Change Network. Hey, Doc, where you at? Dr. Lisa LeCombe. You already know how it goes down. Come on.
More fun. And it's like, oh my gosh, and then the thing is, it's suited just for you. Whatever you watch, that's what it knows. The algorithm is suited just for Lisa. It's like a fingerprint. Your TikTok is going to be totally different than mine. Yours is going to be totally different. It's a whole like, oh my gosh, it's incredible.
During Black Music Month, the concert is a fitting way to recognize Juneteenth and express this part of our shared American history. For it is through music that African Americans found community and sought solace. Music has the power to uplift us, to enrich our minds, and nourish the souls. From spirituals to gospel, R&B, jazz, rock, soul, and yes, y'all, 50 years of hip-hop, you heard? Black musicians, artists, and thought leaders have channeled the struggles of their lifetime into the American soundtrack. Their contributions give voice to love and heartbreak, the drive for equality, the fight for justice, and the beauty of family life. Performances from two of the oldest HBCUs, Fisk University and Hampton University. Hold on. And Hampton University. Howard University, do not at me.
All right, yes, we are back. That was Method Man at the White House, or as Calvin now is his name?
Calvin Broadus.
Yes, Calvin.
That's Method Man.
White House giving big ups to Fisk and of course my alma mater, Hampton University. Yes. So it's very interesting because Hampton University and Fisk, especially Fisk, they have these the singers, Fisk Jubilee Singers. Now the Fisk Jubilee Singers, they've been around since the 1800s, and it's what we in our community consider African American spirituals. So let's take a quick listen at the Fisk Jubilee Singers.
I'm a rolling through an unfriendly world. I'm a rolling through an unfriendly world.
You could actually keep that going while I read a little bit about Fisk.
What you say?
I said you could keep that going while I read a little bit about Fisk.
Yes, that would be very good. Yes.
All right. Now it says Fisk University opened in Nashville in 1866 as the first American university to offer a liberal arts education to, quote, young men and women irrespective of color, unquote. 5 years later, the school was in dire financial straits. George L. White, Fisk treasurer and music professor then, created a 9-member choral ensemble of students and took it on tour to earn money for the university. The group left campus on October 6, 1871. Jubilee Day is celebrated annually on October 6 to commemorate this historic day. Now, I imagine it goes on to say that they performed a bunch of concerts and raised a lot of money for the university.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have to say, I thank God that I had the experience of attending an HBCU, a historically Black college and university. And before I get in, I want to give some shout outs. I see Kenny is on here. Hello, Kenny. Kenny Miller. How are you doing, Kenny? Let's see who else is on here. Let's see, who is that? Howdy, your teeth are so white. That's my husband. He's saying my teeth are so white. Thank you. Yes. How are you? Howdy, howdy, howdy. So yes, so that was the Fisk Jubilee Singers. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go through sort of like a timeline of, you know, starting with the African-American spiritualists and then really going up. And then also hip hop is celebrating 50 years.
Yes.
50
Ring the bell. There we go.
50 years of hip hop. I never would have thought.
Yeah, right.
When I was at the age of 3 or 4, when I first heard hip hop, that it would be around and last. But I tell you, it's so interesting because music will never go away. And I say this, even people that don't like Christmas, they love the songs.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But also too, like there's a lot of history in those songs and stuff too. Like there's stories being told, there's time periods being explained to people. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of culture that's transmitted through people's music. You know,
right.
Spirituals, and plus when you get back, to some of those older songs as well.
All right. So producer, where are we going to next? So we did the African American spirituals.
Did you have it? Did you have another one though?
No.
Okay, well look, let's take it to Nina Simone then.
All right, so Nina Simone. Let's see. Now, which one? What do you want me to play with Nina?
I think we have the one Plain Gold Ring.
Plain Gold Ring. Let me find Miss Nina Simone. I love that name. That is such a beautiful
name.
Let
me tell you. Let me read something while you're finding that.
Okay.
Eunice Kathleen Wayman, known professionally as Nina Simone, American singer, songwriter, pianist, and civil rights activist.
What is her real name?
Eunice Wayman.
Oh, Eunice. Oh, Nina sounds so much better than Eunice.
Pick that name. And they explain it too. She was the sixth of 8 children born into a poor family in Tryon, North Carolina. Simone initially aspired to be a concert pianist. With the help of a few supporters in her hometown, she enrolled in the Juilliard School of Music in New York City. We all know what that is. She then applied for a scholarship to study at the Curtis Institute of Music in Philadelphia, where despite a well-received audition, she was denied admission, which she attributed to racism. Now, in 2003, just days before her death, the Institute awarded her an honorary degree.
So let's listen to Nina Simone, Plain Gold Ring.
And this song has a very slow build. So let me continue just a little bit, real quick to say. To make a living, Simone started playing piano at a nightclub in Atlantic City. She changed her name to Nina Simone to disguise herself from her family members, having chose to play the devil's music, what's called cocktail piano. Now, she was told in the nightclub that she would have to sing her own accompaniment, which effectively launched her career as a jazz vocalist. And this is one of her more popular songs.
Plain Gold Ring, Nina Simone.
Plain gold ring had a story to tell. It was one that I knew too well. In my heart, it will never be straight. Long as you wears a plain gold ring.
Now, don't know about you, but I sense such pain in those, you know, just it's very haunting, just very, oh my goodness.
And I imagine she's playing the accompaniment on this too as it builds up, because it's going to change the tempo and everything is going to like that.
Right. Okay.
Change a little bit. Just let it get to that point. That's her playing the piano too.
Comes a calling on me. I know why I will never be free. I can't stop these teardrops of mine. I'm gonna live here till the end of time. Plain gold ring has but one thing to say. I'll remember till
Let me ask you something. What do you think it is about these artists at that time, like during the civil rights era, that made them more conscious of what was going on around
I
them?
think you had the Jim Crow laws that made them understand what people were trying to do in terms of their position in life. You can't go here, you can't do that, you can't do this, you know. And I think the music, it was the music that, and let's go back further to slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, they didn't allow us to read. So what do we have? We had our music that we had to take from the homeland, and that was our way of communicating, to the point where as music was a way of a tool to escape. Oh, now why this come on, Mario? Oh my goodness.
Who that?
This is Mario, Let Me Love You by Mario. And see how, listen to that, smooth R&B. It has, you know, it's music.
Because the genres like transferred elements from each of the older genres into the newer genres.
Yes.
So the R&B came from soul and funk.
Yes.
That.
Rhythm and blues. It came from the blues. You have that rhythm and then you have the blues.
Right, because it started with the blues.
Combination.
Yeah. Because it's the Negro spirituals and everything started. It starts with the, you know, the gospel songs and stuff. The slave songs turning into gospel songs, and then that changing into gospel music and those times. Oh, Angie Smith was saying.
Yes, you can hear her pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we lived during that time, it would have been painful. Good evening, Jesse Burns. Thank you for tuning in.
So
but yeah, if you lived during that time where they told you where you could shop, where you could
sit,
where you could ride the bus, where you can do, you know.
So there was no way to escape it, really. So they didn't. So look, as Black people in this country have had more success, then the less people have had to talk about that kind of stuff, though. To where it's like the point where Black people have had more success in this country or have progressed in this country is the less need for that kind of involvement in the social structure. So they just about getting money and having fun and turning up and all like that. So it's back then it was more like addressing everything that's going on around you.
Right, the issues
was more pressing.
Right, the issues. But the thing is, we still have these issues, but I think some of the songs of today are not focused on the issues. It's just focused on sexuality.
Right. Well, it starts with the relationship stuff, and then it goes to the sexuality. Because look, speaking of R&B,
I
do have that Faith interview.
All right, so
she was an R&B songstress. Well, she still is, right? I mean, is she probably?
I don't know. I haven't seen Faith in a long. Every time I see Faith, she in some trouble or something.
Some drama.
Yeah, always some drama. I'm like, wait a minute now. Yes, always. So what do you have with Faith?
Well, back when I was doing video shows and stuff back in the 90s, a long time ago, I did a video show where I interviewed Faith up at, I guess, it was at Arista Records.
Okay.
I think she was on Bad Boy at that time, right?
Bad Boy,
she was like, she was married to Biggie, right? Like she was married to Biggie, I think, at that time. Or she was just dating him. Like her and Biggie were together.
Yeah, with Lil' Kim too.
Well, no, she was on the sideline. Biggie and Faith were together and stuff. That was before they had their kid and stuff. So right when she first dropped her first single, I got a chance to interview her, and we talked about that. So let's see if we can find that. Okay.
So Angie Smith said, "Control the music, control the people." Exactly.
What you think that means?
So it means if you control the music, meaning if you own the label, you can dictate what comes out. So say, for instance, if the people that own the label are tired of us getting that music that's inspirational, they're going to tell us, because they have the money, basically what we can put out. So no, I'm not going to sign this contract if your music doesn't have explicit lyrics. No, I'm not going to, so that's it's for the love of money. Yeah.
But nowadays too, people are promoting themselves, and they take it upon themselves to promote the lowest common denominator. You know what I'm saying? Like people on the internet do the dumbest things to get attention. And that's even with the music and everything. So, and we'll talk about, if we remember, we'll talk about how TikTok still influences music too.
Oh, absolutely. They have a channel on satellite.
Yeah, that's where music is being broken, like on TikTok.
Yeah, it sure is.
But before TikTok, before the internet was big, this is like 1995 probably. You can tell.
This is you with these locks.
Yes.
All right, so let's look at Kirk Nice.
Yes, that's why they call him.
Back in 1995 with his interview with Faith Evans.
Tell us what the single's about. You Used to Love Me. A few people were asking me, they're like, well, what is the song really about?
That song is not directed toward any one person, honestly, because when I finally did finish the song and heard the finished song, it's like I really didn't know. I didn't sing it with intent. Like I get a track and I go in and make up the song off the top of my head. That's how I write.
Okay.
And when I was singing, I just was singing. I wasn't really like, okay, it's got to be about this guy. He did this. It just came out making sense.
It
just came out making sense. But now that I've lived with the song forever and ever, I mean, it's actually saying, a general thing, like mostly men. I can't just say it's only men, but mostly men who always, get in a relationship and end up just screwing it up. You know what I'm saying? Doing their own thing. And it's just like, I guess, a woman's cry. Like, you used to do this, we used to do that, but now all of a sudden, I don't know what's up. And I put all mine into it, so why can't I get that back?
Well, see, now, let's clear up something. I mean, a few people got confused with the video. They thought, you saw the video for the first time, I hear, just yesterday or whatever, but you saw the whole thing, and people were a little bit confused. They thought the woman committed suicide or whatever.
I did too. At the video shoot, I was like, wait, why is she on the ledge like that? What's going on? I didn't really, I was just there and doing.
Yeah. We're gonna drop another platinum hit on y'all. Straight out the Bad Boy Camp. My girl Faith, You Used to Love Me. Yeah. That's my girl, right? It's the Notorious B.I.G. Call me up, Bad Boy Radio. Let me know how you're living. What's up? Yeah. Check it out. Who this?
Hi, this is Rochelle.
What's up, Ma? How you doing?
I could be better, I guess.
Better? What's wrong, Ma?
I'm home alone again.
Oh, man, you all alone? Where your man at, Ma?
Well, my man, he's just always working now. It's not like it used to be.
You don't appreciate the time I put into this love affair. Oh, love, baby. I could wouldn't let you walk around thinking it's alright to let me down. I remember, baby, I remember.
I'm never at home anymore. He's just always working.
What do you do if you take care of business leaving you in the crib like that?
He's a cop. New York's finest, out protecting everyone but me.
Oh, man. Bravo.
Gave you all my precious love and anything you wanted from me. You didn't hear me calling out, calling for your warm affection. After all this time, you can't deny what I'm feeling. Oh, it's real, and I stood right by your side.
All right, all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I have.
Oh, yes.
I was
love her.
wrong. I didn't want y'all to hear me singing.
Oh yeah, I love her vocals. I think Faith is vocally, she's awesome.
Yeah. It's just like they get so mixed up with all the personality stuff. Like, was she married to
You know what I
Stevie
think
Ray now or
it is?
something?
Unfortunately, they're not ready for
Just
the
always
business, I
together,
think,
you know?
of it.
He used to love me.
Well, there's a lot of, there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on behind the scenes too, though. You know what I mean?
It is. It is. It is
So-
a lot of crazy stuff that goes on, and unfortunately, that obscures everything that they do vocally as an artist. You know,
But then
it was
you
like,
got- but then you got
I'm
remember,
telling you,
like,
every time I read about Faith, it's some drama.
well, again, you got to remember, like she was married to Biggie when he got killed, though, too.
Right. Well, what's that got to do with drama?
I mean, like her husband got assassinated, one of the most popular rappers, you know what I mean, like ever to get assassinated. And then the Tupac rumors and all that stuff. Come on, man. She there was a lot of drama.
Yeah, it's a lot. See, that's
There
what
was
I'm
a lot
saying.
of
It's
drama.
like there's a cloud of drama that follows her. All right, so Mr. Producer, that was you back in what, 1995?
Yes.
That was you back in 1995 interviewing Faith Evans. All right, so
Yeah.
as we move through, sort of like we're not actually going through a timeline because it's just crazy, like in terms of the amount of people. Like even when you were talking about Nina Simone, I was thinking about Cassandra Wilson. I was thinking about Nina Freelon. These jazz vocalists, they're just so I only have a short amount of time, so I can't highlight everyone. But is there some who said, Kenny, let me see. What do you say? I love Faith. Yeah, Faith is dope.
Yeah, she
Faith
is.
is dope. Faith is dope. She really is. I can't front on Faith. All right, so where are we going next, Mr. Producer?
Let's keep it to since we have some females and since we, we'll keep everybody's attention with some video real quick.
Okay.
We had remember we were talking about the BET Awards, and I told you that. Why am I hearing music? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beats playing in the background.
Right.
I told you that Patra was on there.
Right.
So
I haven't heard from Patra in
Since the 90s.
ages, since the 90s. Where has she been?
Well, again, there was a lot of drama with Patra.
Oh, Lord.
Honestly, there was a lot of. I heard a lot of bad stuff that happened to her.
Oh, really? Now,
Just-
Patra, for
be
people
on
that
some-
are unfamiliar, tell them what Patra, her genre.
Patra is dancehall, and which is
Uh-huh.
the precursor to also dancehall and reggae is also precursor to hip hop music. So before we even really talk about any hip hop music, we got to talk about funk. We got to talk about dancehall, reggae, other music genres that actually influenced it as well.
Right.
You
All right,
know?
so you have a Patra clip.
Yes, I do, and it's a little sexy.
Cover your eyes. Listen,
You might have to cover your eyes.
cover your eyes. Woo. All right.
We're here at Sony Music Studios once again, and we're not here with the king of dancehall, but we're here with the queen of dancehall this time, Patra. How you doing?
Oh, what's up? Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming.
Well, you got a new album out.
Yes. Well, it's coming out August 1st. It's the Center of Attraction, but I have a new single out. I'm pull up to my bum.
Hold up. You think we should get a candelabra for the set?
Yeah, right. Okay. Was she pregnant?
No.
Oh, she was pregnant.
No, she had her shirt open. She had her bottom of her shirt open. But like we went up on the roof after that on top of Sony and stuff. And I'll tell you about that story in a second, maybe.
Okay. So go ahead. All right.
Hold on, let me continue with this.
Okay.
So I'm coming back out with a different stuff. It's more sexier than before.
More sexier. Oh my.
That's what I said.
More sexier than that? How can you get more sexier than that?
That's what I said. That's why you started laughing.
More sexier than that?
Right.
I mean, what?
When she was doing like the like hardcore rapping type stuff, people didn't pay attention to her.
So listen, Angie says she's in ministry
You
right
want it
now.
sexy or you want it raga?
Oh, I like it sexy.
All right, then hear this.
All right,
This one dedicated to all the girls out there who like to steal people, man, and all that stuff. Patra don't share lovers, so take a chill pill and get still. Watch this. You know, because he da rider, but me and a gal now go have no same lover. She mad. He da rider, make a gal know the man no wanna spare tire. She fool. Me alone I exercise my bedroom skill. Climatic exchange, turn on the thrill. Go to work, come on, no stop, rotate the drill. Rock the quart buckle until the milk spill. I don't really care if a girl want quarrel. Say my shit is my just cool and chill. Eject and reject, she better pause until. Can't test the queen because she full of her skill. Cause he da rider, one man me love and I am me desire. You're free, girl. Yeah.
Look at your face.
Video Clubhouse.
Video Clubhouse, my love.
Oh Lord.
Oh
Okay,
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
So look, she said, how can I get any sexier? But I tell you who I like in that genre. This is my guy right here. I love this one right here. Capleton. Hey! In a poor state,
Right?
So you know why? You know why I like this music? Because it just I don't know, it just that hard beat, that hard.
Yeah, it has the drum. It has that African drum to
Yes, it has that
we can
African,
relate to it.
yes.
You know what I mean, we gotta relate to that. No matter where, if it's like African music or
Yes.
you know, dancehall, reggae and stuff. If it's in house music, it's wherever it's at. If it's in R&B or if it's in funk. Matter of fact, do you have like speaking of funk? Do we have what's it Lafayette?
Yes, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Lafayette.
And I'll read you something about that. Lafayette Afro rock band.
Afro
Hot Chick.
rock. Yes. Hold on. Here it goes.
And you can put that down a little bit because I'm gonna explain on Wikipedia who these people are. Now, Lafayette Afro Rock Band was an American funk band formed in Roosevelt, Long Island, New York in 1970. Now, shortly after their formation, they relocated to France, and they actually became known in France. But one of their biggest songs was this beat right here, because they're known for making breakbeat type music that a lot of hip hoppers use. So I'm gonna just read you a couple of the artists that actually use this particular song right here to make their record. So we got everybody from 1988's Nobody Beats the Biz by Biz Markie, Jinglin' Baby by LL Cool J from 1989, No Delaying by Nice and Smooth, also from 1989, Bastard by Naughty by Nature from 1991, No Nose Job remix by Digital Underground from 1991, Oodles of O's by De La Soul from 1991, All Right by Criss Cross 93, Welcome Down Black Moon 93, It's For You by Shanice from 93, Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to F With by Wu-Tang Clan from 93, Angela Winbush Treat You Right from 94. There's a Coolio song, but I don't even want to say the name of it. Build and Destroy by Channel Live from 1995, and This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan from 1995. Now you know that song.
Right. Isn't that something? How each artist continues so that the original can still live, and that's how it can persist and go on and on and on and on. Let's see what Angela says. Angela, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, they don't make music like that to me, like the large bands.
Yeah,
that was just like, oh,
everything's electronic now. Yes.
Oh, awful.
You know, but you can make a lot more stuff. I mean, you know, a person could be in a bedroom and make a whole orchestra.
Right, right. And remember Zapp back in the day?
Oh yeah, Zapp band,
Zapp, yes, Zapp.
That's Roger Troutman. That's Roger Troutman. That was Roger Troutman. Yeah.
So yeah.
But hold up.
See,
you remind me of like the Gap Band. What you think about the Gap Band?
I like the Gap Band. I was more Isley Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. That whole thing. Oh, Ohio Players. Now, let me tell you about the Ohio Players. They had the raunchiest album covers. The woman pouring honey on her. Yeah. The woman with the fire hose, and they were always like, dude.
What's this one? Hold on, let me see something.
I was like, oh my gosh. To see that at the age of 8 or 9 was like, oh, what is this woman pouring honey on her? Oh! Yeah, look at the album cover.
Yes, it does. The way you squeeze and tease knocks me to my knees. I'm smoking, baby. The way you sway, really wrecks my neck.
Yes, that's the Ohio
Players. The way you push.
Yeah, so that was back when 77, 78, 79 in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Those live, they had a lot of percussion. They had the strings with the guitars. They were tight. They were like, oh, and it was like 50 of them in one band.
And you had to be real on point. They had to be real, like they were doing to perform those songs live. How'd that happen?
What you say?
Hold on. Like in order for it to to play those songs, like you had to be a professional. You know what I mean? Like
right. You had to be a professional. You had to know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Raquel said she picked the right night to tune in. Yes. So listen. So we're coming from right now. We're doing the 70s, but before we get off, I have to play. This is music from my hometown, Washington, D.C. It's called go-go music.
Yeah, I'm about to ask this. Some go-go music.
Absolutely. The Godfather, Chuck Brown. So we had groups like Rare Essence.
I know Rare Essence.
EU Freeze. That was right. EU.
They did the butt. They did the butt, right?
They did the butt, but that was so commercial.
I know, but that was what everybody brought. Everybody
right. That's what everyone. Go-go. Yes. So look what Kenny said. Go-go. Yes. Oh my gosh. So this one is one of my favorite go-go songs. And you can, go-go music is sort of like reggae, whereas it takes another song and it makes it its own through the genre. This is one of my favorite go-go songs, Moody's Mood for Love, Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers.
Pretty baby, you are the soul that sets my control. Woo. Such a funny thing, but every time I'm near you, I never can behave. You give me a smile and then magic music all around me, crazy music that keep calling me so very close to you. Turns me insane. Now, baby, I want you to come and do with me all the things that you want to. Anything, baby, just let me get next to you. Yeah. And am I insane, or do I really see everything in your eyes? Bright blue stars that shine above us in the blue sky. How I worry about you just like without you, baby, come here. Don't have no fear. Always there, don't wonder why. Now, baby, in the mood for love. So tell me why we stop to think about the weather, my dear.
Woo! Yes, that. Now, of course, that's a cover for Moody's Mood. I forgot the original singer.
That's Louis Armstrong, right?
No, I forgot the original singer, but it's not Louis Armstrong.
Wait.
They used to play it on the radio station up here. The original. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, okay.
Yes. But I love this. Look at that. We're not afraid.
I love you so much. Oh, that's beautiful.
And I think a couple of things about go-go music. One, it takes you back to your roots with the percussion, but also the call and response.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's very interactive. It's fun.
Right.
It's, you know.
Yeah, and it's got that tribal sound to it too. You know what I'm saying? That we all love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, very tribal.
Sticking in the 70s, I was gonna tell you about another person that was highly sampled, and I think people out there might recognize at least the middle part of this, because this is his biggest song that got sampled from.
Wait a minute, hold on. Somebody wants Trouble Funk.
Trouble Funk.
Trouble Funk. Here's Trouble Funk. Pump Me Up.
Okay, let's get it. Yeah, that was popular up here too. In Jersey.
And then this one is Drop the Bomb. We're gonna drop the bomb on the Northwest Crew. Drop the bomb, drop the bomb. Oh,
see, that sound was up here. Like whenever that came out, they were playing that up here. Like,
but it didn't last. I don't know why. I don't know why. Look, I don't know why y'all Yankees didn't get on.
No. I don't know. But then when what was that? What was that movie? School Days, I guess. When School Days came out, when everybody was in college, like when we were in college, like in 87, 88, 89, like it was popular then though. Go-go was kind of like it was commercial then though.
Well, that was because of School Days.
Yeah, that was because of the movie.
Yeah, that was because of the movie. So I mean, some artists like Infusion. So remember, we did pull up to the bumper, which was originally done by Grace Jones.
Right.
He has a little of that element in that song too.
Where you?
Raquel said it just needed to stay in. No, Raquel, go back now. See. No.
Oh, George Benson. They said it was. That's who it was.
No, not the original. Not the original.
It wasn't.
Nope.
No.
Nope. The original was not George Benson. It was an older, back in the 1940s.
Oh, what, like a white person?
No.
So I mean, Louis Armstrong was from the 20s.
No, hold on, wait a minute. No.
But I do.
King Pleasure.
Okay. Well, we never heard of him like that.
Look.
Like he never. I don't know. He wasn't like he didn't kind of like stay big after that. I don't think.
Well, maybe he was a one-hit wonder. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have been a one-hit wonder from back then.
But I don't know. In my gut, I'm saying I don't think so. I don't know.
We never heard of him other than that.
Well, there's a lot of people I've never heard of that are just huge.
Well, here's somebody else you probably never heard of. I'm gonna add this one to the mix. But the people that sampled his song, you will recognize their songs. So both like Jay-Z and Eminem had #1 songs off of that.
Isn't that something?
Off of one person's like music that, you know, is not even
right. All right. So one of my favorite genres of music is house music. Oh my! Ooh, I may start to get sweaty. So let's. Do you have that clip?
Yes, we do have it.
Put that clip up, and I want all my house head fans to see this, because y'all know it's the summertime and it's house music festival time.
Yes.
And in New Jersey, New York, Chicago, I'm telling you, it's about house music. Roll that clip.
One day at the post office, I just heard this beat in my head. I said, man, this is a cut. So I told Curtis, I said, dude, we're going to the studio today. I played them chords. I did the drums. Oh, this is the hottest I've ever heard. Fellas, get to the studio. We need an intro solo. And I heard piano. That's it. That's magic, brother. That's magic. Then get the dude in, sing the lead vocals. Curtis McLean is the dude.
So Marshall handed me this piece of paper, and I'm reading the piece of paper, and it's like, gotta have house music all night long. So when I originally sang it, I sang it in an R&B voice.
Gotta have house music all night long. With that house music, you can't go wrong.
We stopped. And Marshall was like, nah, dude. He's like, punch it.
I said, dude, you have to sing Gotta Have House on the drum roll.
Gotta have house music all night long. With that house music, you can't go wrong.
I'm like, so house music, that song, classic. And it's so interesting how he just threw a machine working at the post office.
Well, shout outs to all of those dudes that made, you know, house music happy, Larry Levan and all them other dudes. And you know, there's a lot of people that was involved in that movement that built up house music. That was in what, the 80s, like what's that came from disco into into house, like in the late 70s, 80s, and then into the 90s was when it kind of really bubbled up.
And the interesting thing about house music now, not even now, but it has so many different elements from so many different countries. Like, I'm gonna play this song. It's called "Hello Detroit" by Saliva Commandos, and this is sort of like this is hot. Hello Detroit.
House music is good dance music. House music is just good dance music.
It's just good dance music. It feels good. You have elements of gospel. You have elements of Africa. You have elements of the Caribbean. You have elements of like the Latin culture. It's everything, and it's like, ooh. Y'all want to see Dr. Lisa dance? Hey.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, that house music, I mean, there's so many songs. I just could not think of one other song. You have the Jungle Brothers also.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you have that. And
but just real quick, like even staying in the continental, going overseas a little bit, that house music influenced that Afro house vibe that they have right now as well. You know what I mean? Like with artists like Black Coffee, and who's one of my personal favorites of that type of genre, like that house.
Right. Gaining traction, and I have two African rappers that I would like the Urban Knights to hear if they've never heard of them. One is Casper. This is called "Pardon My Arrogance." This is Casper. He is an African rapper.
Yeah, I woke up a monster.
Woke up a monster.
I was chilling.
He was chilling, but we done woke him up, making his money.
And y'all decided to. Pardon my arrogance. That's how it go when I'm back in my element. Shaking the dust off. I'm just warming up where I haven't yet settled it. Spuggy said he got a bus full of bitches. I told him to send him in. I used to pay for these snares and these kicks. Now I am selling them. That's a diamond tundra. I got play money. I'm a monster. That's a computer get conquer. Y'all are left feet to my salsa. Y'all don't stress me here like cancer. Like it's net heat, I'm a panther. I got mad heat, I'm a boxer. I'm the athlete, I'm a sponsor. Pardon my arrogance, I'm the epitome. This is black excellence.
Yeah, so it's I love it. I love the diversity. I love it. Now this is the second one. This is called "Stay Shining," and this is by Ricky Rick.
Also from Africa.
Yeah.
Don't know what country.
Everybody knows what this song is.
Turn it up.
Okay, now goes on the back. I get como una saca tenga. I get como una shine no mandenga. I get como una no mandenga. I get como una no mandenga.
Hey.
I'm getting rocking number 2. I'm begging to the baby you. That's your money I'm with my crew. And is it everything good? I'm trying to pull up.
Hey.
I'm trying to pull up for the show. She was hating on me, now she wants me. It's a million girls in Nana. And give a hand down. My name Ricky Rickstar. And it's a million girls in Nana. And give a hand down. My name Ricky Rickstar. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be.
That song is dope.
All right.
But we know that's from the sample is what? That's an easy one. Crystal Waters.
Oh yeah, I don't know her name. Wait a minute, let me.
La da dee da da da.
Let me pull that up. What's Crystal Waters? Yes, that. But it was a little bit distorted. But hold on, Crystal Waters. That's called Gypsy One, right?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Play it up. Turn it up a little bit so we can hear the sample.
All right, hold on for a quick second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I hear it. But see, after that, like, I didn't hear it.
What you say?
After that, I didn't hear it. This is what we hold up. Let me see. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
She wakes up early every morning just to do her hair now because she cares, y'all. Her day I wouldn't be right without her makeup. She's never had a makeup. She's just like you and me, but she's homeless. She's homeless. As she stands there singing for money, la da dee la do da, 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 la da dee la do da. In my sleep I see her begging, reaching to leave.
Hold up. We gotta, if we're gonna do this real quick, we gotta play Robin S.
Oh, I didn't like Robin S.
It. Hold up.
Oh.
Hold on. This is what you. Is it Show Me Love, right?
Yeah, I never felt Robin S.
Oh no, you lying.
Nope.
Capital
One
match.
I'm not Robin S. No. I hope you're not related to her.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't like Robin S. You know. I don't like Robin S. But I can stand this song.
This is a big song. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's so corny. You know why it was corny?
Hold up. You gotta hit that opening note.
You know why it was corny? Because this was like the commercial of house music, and it was so watered down. I could not stand this song. I hated her clothes. And it was a corny song.
Look.
And
that's why you said like the EU song with commercial. You see, that's what,
right, doing the butt.
But see, that's what hip hop has been feeling about, certain other genres of hip hop. Because I'm gonna show you my era of hip hop.
All right, but before we do that, I want to change the pace a little because we have to do some like romantic songs, like this. Like, okay, this group is called The Internet. Have you heard of The Internet? Yes,
I've heard of them, but I'm not big on it. I'm not big on them like that, but whatever.
All right, now they have disbanded, but Internet.
Oh, hold up before you go. Kenneth Miller, you see what Kenneth Miller said to you about the Robin S song?
I'm not saying what the bonk of the bonk was. Just because it was a classic. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Come on now. See you.
I did not like it. Ew.
You was hating.
All right. So this was called The Internet, and we're slowing it down. Mm-hmm. This is called The Internet. And again, they have since disbanded. But as my son tells me, a lot of people came from this group that are out now, and I can't remember who, but it makes sense to me. So hold on, The Internet. It's the first couple of notes that got me. Listen to that. Woo. Listen to that. Tight. They're tight.
cool. It's cool. But let me hear what they talking about.
Pick up and roll the dice, reading between the lines. I know you love me.
I wish I could sing.
Yeah.
We can book a flight, wake up in paradise.
I love her. Listen to them. Ooh.
So hold on, can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. And as long as you're with me, I'm definitely.
Man, it's like lo-fi hip hop though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how they play them lo-fi stations with like just slow, like.
As long as you're ready, I'll be committed to you.
Now this is interesting because I'm getting ready to play another song, which this artist is fantastic, Roy Ayers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So this is "You Send Me" by Roy Ayers.
Hold up, I got a Roy Ayers song.
Woo!
Darling, you
send me.
I know
Listen to that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Well,
I got a Roy Ayers for you too, though.
Woo! You know what this song reminds me of?
What?
Washington, D.C., Quiet Storm, WHUR, Howard University radio.
Oh yeah, you got the college radio station, so you got to hear probably a whole bunch of different kind of music.
And not only a college radio station, we're talking about WHUR, the home of the Quiet Storm.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. There's no other Quiet Storm that compares to Howard University's Quiet Storm.
So y'all used to listen to that instead of like the regular like commercial radio station?
No, it was commercial, but it was just artists that weren't really mainstream.
Right. It's college
mainstream,
radio. Yeah.
But it was a radio station like WBLS.
No, but I'm saying like it was the college station though, right? Like
yeah, WHUR.
Yeah, no, that's not like BLS though. That's the BLS and them. Like, see, college stations, they play different stuff. Hold up. Kenneth Miller said, "Now that's my jam." But hold up, I got another Roy Ayers. Hold on. What you know about this Roy Ayers right here though?
Oh yes! Oh yes! Yes! Butterfly. Yes. Searching.
You see my friend, I need someone
Yes.
who feels and needs the same as I'm searching. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I'm gonna sing a song all day long. I'm searching. searching, 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 searching.
Yeah, that's Roy Ayers though too.
So
that's Roy Ayers too.
Yeah. So what did Mr. Miller say? I beg to differ. WDAS
Ooh.
had the Quiet Storm with Anthony Chocolate, also known as Tony Brown and Philly. Anthony
Ooh.
Chocolate. All right. Okay.
Hey, but we had a Quiet Storm up here too.
Everyone had the Quiet Storm, but it originated in Washington, D.C. with Kathy Hughes. With Kathy Hughes in Washington, D.C. at Howard University.
Okay. If you say so.
I say so. I say so. I say so. I say so.
But you know what? You know who we didn't talk about at all yet, which we kind of should have, but we could talk about them. What do you call it? Extemporaneously or whatever, by bringing up somebody else. Which is, we never talked about the Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson or any of them and their impact on music.
Right. So you had an interview a long time ago with whom?
Jason Weaver.
All right. So who is Jason Weaver for those who do not know who Jason Weaver is?
Well, I'm about to show him to you, and he's someone who played Michael Jackson as a kid in the Michael Jackson movie, The Jacksons: An American Dream from 1992.
All right.
So this is from 1995, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Kurt Nice once again on the scene for Video Clubhouse. Still down here at this Motown thing. We just caught up with my man right here, Jason Weaver. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's happening, all right?
Yo, this is a young brother making mad moves. Y'all might recognize him from his music and stuff like that, but I know a lot more people, we just thinking it a little bit, might recognize you from the Michael Jackson story. Tell us how it was.
Yo, the Jackson miniseries, the whole way that went down, it was a great experience for me because it gave me the platform that I need to really showcase my talents to everybody. So, working with the whole Jackson family and really getting a chance to talk with them was like a huge inspiration. So it was cool. It was real cool.
And you're on Motown now, right?
Yeah, new Motown, 9-6. Y'all better recognize Lade, Horace Brown. We doing our thing this year. Y'all really need to recognize that, straight up.
Well, you've been doing your thing since when?
I've been doing my thing basically since I was about 4 or 5 years old. I'm from Chicago originally. And from there, a lot of people saw me singing in church or singing in different talent shows and stuff like that. So, it's a thing to where, I was just fortunate enough and blessed enough to be in a position to where when I got certain TV shows and certain movies, I could really showcase my talent.
But see, I mean, you got a lot of experience in this business. But recently, matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, you just graduated from high school. So, I mean, how does that feel?
I mean, that feels great. I mean, to graduate early like that, make my family proud. Because the main thing that my mother is really concerned about, she likes my career and everything, but she always told me that high school and education comes first, which is true. It comes first because, really none of this really lasts for too long. So just to have that foundation there, just in case something does happen, I might not be able to sing anymore or do whatever, but I'll really be able to carry on my life and my education.
I'd like to talk to y'all tonight about the blues. The blues? Yeah, the blues. Don't nobody have the blues like I got.
No, we know about the blues.
Shoot, I may be young, but I know it's all about. So let me tell y'all how it went down. I met this girl at school one day. During the sandbox.
What you did?
Sandbox.
In the sandbox.
We toasted our love during milk break. I gave her my cookies.
Uh-oh.
You fell out during finger painting.
Oh, don't finger painting.
So one day, I stepped up to her.
He stepped to her.
And I said,
What you say? What you say? What you say, Mike? What you say?
you've been gone. Don't you around. Christmas angel, hang it down. And I wonder who's loving you.
All right, so
yeah, tell us about why he's like, you know, why he was smart. Tell us about the
right. All right. So basically, let me see where let me pull this up. All right. So he was young Simba, the voice of young Simba. So he was offered back in the day $2 million
for the Lion King.
For the Lion King, yes. So he did not take the $2 million. He took some money, I think it's like 100,000 or whatever, but he took a part of the royalties, which still stand till this day. And according to sources, he gets like $40,000 a month in royalties.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell for that.
All right, for his mother. All right,
his
for
mother.
his mother. Talking about education.
Right. That was probably his mother's doing. Yeah.
So listen, this one right here. You said that one. So this was in
No, that was originally from the Jacksons. That was originally from the Jacksons.
Originally from the Jacksons. So we fast forward to 1990, and we have this.
When I had you, I treat you bad. Oh, my dear. But since you away, don't you know why? Sit around in my head down, and I wonder.
Right. You can let that play a little bit.
Fire.
Yeah.
That song reminds me, I go straight back to Hampton University when I was online.
Yeah.
We can't say pledging, initiated spring 1990.
You know what it was.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. That song all the time. That was like, oh my gosh. I know
that was a huge hit.
That was a huge hit. Huge hit.
But I don't think they should have been bigger, I feel like, though. Like they were so good though, like vocally and everything. But
yeah, you know, when you have these girl groups, sometimes they just personality clashes and egos and drama and
like Destiny Child.
Yeah. I'm still proud of SWV.
Because they stayed
still
together.
hanging in there.
Right.
Now this is one song that we need to play because she just, and I did not have a chance to see her in concert. I saw the Broadway show of Tina. I saw it in my husband and I saw it in London, and then we saw it in Manhattan. So this is Proud Mary Tina Turner. Rest in peace.
You know?
Listen to that voice, you know?
Every now and then?
Every now and then.
You think you might like to hear something from us?
I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice. Easy.
There's just one thing. You see, we never, ever do nothing. Nice. Easy. We always do it. Nice. Rough. But we're going to take the beginning of this song and do it easy. But then we're going to do the finish.
Yeah.
You know what?
Rolling,
rolling on the river. Listen to the story. Left a good job in the city. Working for a man every night and day.
I never told you. Did I ever tell you I interviewed Ike Turner?
Oh Lord, no. What? No.
Ike Turner.
Why?
So, what'd you say?
Why?
Well, because he was trying to have a comeback, and this was in the 90s, 95, 96, 97, and he performed at Tramps. Do you remember Tramps?
Yeah.
In Manhattan?
Uh-huh.
He performed at Tramps. So it was part of his, I guess I don't know, touring schedule.
Well, we
I interviewed him for the magazine I used to work for. And, it was over the phone. It wasn't in person.
Did you know about any of this stuff back then when you interviewed him?
Oh, yeah, I asked him, but he said he didn't want to talk about it.
Well, of course he didn't want to talk about it. Well, we got this live, I think. We got a little bit of this live with, I think, Ike and Tina.
Yeah.
You want to see?
Yeah. Turn it up a little bit.
Ice. Easy.
All right, now.
There's just one thing. You see, we never, ever do nothing. Nice. Easy. We always do it. Nice. Rough. But we're going to take the beginning of this song and do it easy. But then we're going to do the finish. Rough. It's the way we do. Proud Mary. And we're rolling, ooh, rolling, ooh, rolling on the river. Listen to the story. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep. And I was worried about the way that things might have been. You know that big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. And we're rolling, rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. The river. Ain't a lot of places in Memphis. I popped a lot of chain down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side.
What do you think about her story?
Her story is phenomenal to me. Just everything, like how she was founded in the nightclub at such a young age, and just her ordeal with domestic violence and domestic violence, Jim Crow law, just everything. That's why I think she never wanted to come back to this country. I think this country left a very bitter taste in her mouth. Mm-hmm. And, she didn't want to have anything to do with it. And then, her children died. Some of her children died before her. And it's like, to me, it was just like.
But there's a lot of tragic stories in the music business, though. You know what I'm saying? Even down to like Marvin Gaye and anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that one was awful. The father.
Right. Yeah. So like,
it's just.
Think about, and then even like when you watch that Jackson story, Joe Jackson was like, he was, I don't know, like, was he abusing him?
I don't remember the story, but I mean, I think he was
working him hard. Like that was his like.
He was a strong disciplinarian, that's for sure.
And
now, say for instance, if he wasn't like that, will we have the Jackson 5?
Right. No, of course not. No.
Right. So
no. But then likewise, if Ike Turner wasn't the way he was, would we have Tina Turner?
We definitely wouldn't have the name because he gave her that name.
And I mean, like, Would she have
And
ever
he-
been? Like,
and right now, she wouldn't be who she was if he did not, you know, notice her and kind of helped her craft her signature sound that no one has
ever
repeated.
really do
And then I look at these, they're not just background dancers, they're background dancers and singers.
Yeah. They were performing. Yeah,
They were at the same time.
They were performing. They was on stage doing that performance. You know.
Yeah.
So they people were, people were working hard. They weren't just standing on the stage like somebody's homeboys, like holding drinks and stuff.
Right.
They were working hard.
Look at them. Look, they getting it in. Look at.
And that was actually a really good story, though. Like the movie, that Angela Davis starred in.
Oh yeah, and then the Broadway play, phenomenal.
Was
It's,
that like
in
based on like a
London
movie?
It's called Tina. It's incredible. I mean, you feel like you're in her life, but then also at the concert. Like, look at that. Look at I see a lot of Beyonce.
Oh
in
yeah,
her. He really studied her.
Yeah,
Her movement,
I can
even
see
what she did with Destiny's Child, because all of them danced and sang. They weren't just holding the mic with the gown on, and they really had the movements and they were singing. So let's see. Somebody has Kenny. I don't know if he's still here, but he was saying, "Can I get some Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds, Loving Roy Ayers?" So this is one of my favorite Blackbirds. Now, the Blackbirds actually are Howard University students.
Oh, okay.
So this song is very interesting to me in that it is relating to a very central location in Washington, D.C. So this is called Rock Creek Park.
Oh yeah, I know that song. I know that. I know that song. Come on now.
That's one of our, probably the largest park in D.C., Rock Creek Park.
I know that part. I know that song, rather.
The Blackbird of Howard University.
This is a very popular song. This is like a huge hit.
Yes. Hey. Yeah. That song is fire, fire, fire.
And you know what? I would be remiss though if like when we heard some funk song, I didn't mention George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh yeah, Parliament Funkadelic. Oh
You know what
my
I mean?
gosh,
Like,
that
you
was
know, they
another
were-
one.
And you know, George Clinton is from Plainfield. You know what I mean? Like he grew up in Plainfield.
Oh, that's
And
right.
And that's where he started the Parliaments at.
That's right. That's
And then
right.
he
I
met-
mean, New Jersey has a lot of
Yeah.
artists when you think about it, especially hip hop, the hip hop community. A
Oh
lot of
yeah, Redman, Queen
that's
Latifah,
right.
Councilman Dupree Kelly.
Yeah. So
Councilman-
you know, it's interesting because it's almost 9:00, so we have to get ready to wrap up. But I want to play. This is an interesting mix. It's an interesting mix, and it's a fusion of Latin house music with some Minnie Riperton, which is one of my favorite artists. Minnie Riperton, my soul, Minnie Riperton. Let me see if I can pull this up. And this is from, let's see, hold on for a second. This
as you're doing that, I do kind of want to do two quick more things, which is hear that Solange song, and I do want to show y'all when I was on stage with KRS-One.
All right. So let me do this one real quick, because this goes into this whole fusion of just good music.
Mm-hmm.
So let me play this real quick.
Mixing genres.
Yes. This is DJ The Strategist. Woo! Listen to that. Woo!
And I heard this before. I know this song.
Well, Kanye used it. He sampled it.
No, I know this version. I know that. I don't know kind of Kanye West song. I know this version.
Your testimony about my life. Woo! Every bone in my body. Woo! Listen to that. Ooh, coming. Listen to that. Ooh, that's fire. Fire. Ooh. When many rippers coming there, the DJ gonna lay her on top. Woo!
All right, hold on. Turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little bit.
It's coming. Y'all hear those that percussion? Woo!
I think I want you to turn it up.
It's coming. Woo!
That's that house.
Listen to that. Woo! Here it comes. Watch this coming.
See, that's that sweating music.
Oh. See, this is why I'm sore from dancing. Listen to that. Uh-oh. I'm about to get out this chair. Woo! The ancestors are calling me. Woo! Minnie coming. Minnie is coming. This is a hot mix. Woo!
Yeah, you be sweating to this.
Yes, soul brother, you got that right. Woo! Here it come, you hear it? Back down memory lane, Minnie Riperton. Yes. DJ The Strategist. Woo! Here it come, here it come. Oh, many. I soar. Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes. Woo. What you do, Minnie? What you do? What did you do? She's coming on this photograph. Listen to that. Woo! Listen to that. Yes. The way you held me. Woo! Hey. Now I'm slipping fast. Oh, back down memory lane. Woo! Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's the DJ, the strategist. So dope. Yes. Fire, fire. Listen to this part. You know, she held her breath for like 25 seconds, and she did different octaves within that 25 seconds.
All right.
Like, phenomenal.
Well, hold up. I mean, but the Minnie Riperton song that a lot of people gonna know, we can just play a little bit of it. The Minnie Riperton song most people know though is this one, I think.
Not that man. What's that? Oh yes, Loving You. That's probably, who's that? Oh, that's the producer. Okay.
Oh my goodness, what are we doing now?
Huh?
He wants
Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Making love with you is all I wanna do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true. And everything that I do is out of loving you. La 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 la. Do 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 do.
On the notes.
No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Stay with me while we grow old, and we will live each day in the springtime. 'Cause loving you has made my life so beautiful. And every day of my life is filled with loving you.
Oh my God.
Loving you, I see your soul come shining through. And every time that I'm more in love with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, do 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 do. No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Stay with me while we grow old, and we will live each day in springtime. 'Cause loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. And every day of my life is filled with loving you. Loving you, I see baby. Ooh, I'm more in love with you. La 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 la. Do 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 do. No. La 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 la. Do 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 do.
Oh my goodness, such angelic voice. And unfortunately, she died of breast cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she died of breast cancer. And her last album that she did, which was entitled Minnie, she was very sick. She was very sick when she did that last album. And they said that she gave it everything she had in the studio. And
but when did she become a Zeta? When was she?
She was a Zeta probably in the late 60s.
Also before you. Before you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
So before you, then, way before you.
Yeah, way before me. I mean, she died in the 70s, like the late 70s or so.
Oh, really?
And you know, her daughter's Mia Randolph, the comedian. Is it Mia or Maya Randolph? The comedian from Saturday Night Live.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's see, what does this say? This is from Kenny. Minnie Riperton and Denise Williams had some of the
Yeah,
best.
Denise Williams too.
Oh,
yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Oh, Denise Williams. But
Mhm.
yeah, that Minnie Riperton. So yeah, that album called Minnie with the Back Down Memory Lane. That was her last album. Yeah, but she died of breast cancer. So I'm gonna play the Solange song because you've never heard of her. I
know who she is. I never heard of her.
Right.
Never listened to any of
And
it.
then we're going to show the clip of you in concert with KRS-One, and then we're going to talk about you're going to be highlighted next week.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that with the KRS-One.
Yeah.
But right now we're going to hear Sound of Rain by Solange. This is one of my favorite songs by her. So Sound of Rain by Solange.
Hey, I don't want to tear it up. Hey, won't you let it up? Hey, I want to tear it up. Hey, won't you let it up? Let's go. Nobody can do it just for me. Let's go. Nobody just can do it.
All right, so what do you think?
Good. I like it.
Yeah,
Like
she's
it.
dope. She really is. She's, of course she is overshadowed, I think, by her sister, Beyonce.
Yeah,
But
nobody.
her stuff is very dope. Sometimes it could be a little too much in terms of the production, like too out of this world, too esoteric.
Like she's trying to be different. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
because that's an unusual beat pattern. Right there.
Yes. Her producers, I don't know who produces her stuff, but they're on point. And she is she's out of the box. She's out of the pocket. She's very talented.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, she's
But if I had to recite some Beyonce lyrics to save my life, I'd be dead quick. I don't know no Beyonce music.
Really? Oh gosh.
I don't know. If I had to recite some lyrics, I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
I would say it seems like the R&B genre has faded a little bit. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it's not where it used to be.
Right.
It's not where it used to be.
Well, I think, like you said, you have the R&B back in the day that we grew up with, or even our parents. It was true artists in a sense, like they were singers. They didn't heavily rely on auto tunes, and you know, you had the bands and everybody had to be tight. So you had musicians, you had, you know, the keyboardist, you had the guitarist, you had the drummer, you had the horn section, and it was just tight. But you know what has happened, I think you have people that, I don't know, I guess they're musicians or artists in their own right, but in terms of the singing caliber, to me, everybody today sounds alike, you know.
Yeah, they're not trying to be different. They trying
to right. They're not trying to be different, and it's sort of like sad. So
well,
one other by talking about 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. So Kurt Nice, tell us what's happening with you.
Well, as you may or may not know, I've been doing hip hop material for years and years, and started a thing called Shades Hip Hop back in the 90s from doing all these different cable shows like you saw some clips of from earlier. So next week at the 4th of July concert for 50th anniversary of hip hop in Plainfield during the 4th of July celebration, they're going to be honoring some different people that contributed to the culture that lived in Plainfield. Like shout outs to the legendary DJ Cheese, the first world champion DJ like ever. Like he's mentioned on a Run DMC record and stuff like that as well. But as well as like, you know, shout outs to DJ Norm and different artists that came out of Plainfield, as well as yours truly. They're going to be they're going to be doing a little thing out there. And be, you know, awarding yours truly with a little certificate of, you know, appreciation.
Yeah.
For contributing to the hip hop culture media wise.
Yeah.
And you know, like back in the day, I did like some of those things like you saw with the Patro and the Faith Evans and a whole bunch of artists that we can't show on here because of censorship. But after that, like maybe, I don't know, a little bit over 10 years ago, like I mentioned, I was working with KRS-One, and I actually got the chance to go on tour doing his 20th anniversary Stop the Violence Movement tour. And we met a lot of different old school artists, obviously, and we toured with them. And I actually was on stage with KRS-One, like as his hype man, as one of his hype men on stage. So I got actually a little bit of that footage to check some of that out.
All right. Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell for Kurt Nice.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your man right here, Kurt Nice, back with another throwback joint. And this one goes back to 2008 when I was the marketing director for KRS-One and the Stop the Violence Movement 20th anniversary tour, as well as an apprentice and a chief archivist of the Temple of Hip Hop. So check this joint out. Hope you like it.
Yeah, what's good, man? Right here, Kurt Nice. This is what it is, man. We're in Buffalo right now. ShadesRadio.com, Temple of Hip Hop, Stop the Violence Movement. The tour is in full effect. We're getting underway. In a couple of hours, it's going to be on and popping. This empty arena right here is going to turn into a full jam-packed house, ready to show they love.
Oh, Lord. Come on now.
Well, we're having some storms out here, too.
Oh, yeah, right? Like,
and give all the attention to the teacher, KRS-One. he's gonna be in the building tonight. We also got Slick Rick, Biz Markie, Nas, you know what I mean? A couple good legends in there from the hip hop game. So keep this station tuned right there, man. It's on and popping, man. We in the building. Shades Radio.
You know, there's only 3 other MCs that I feel that are more influential than KRS-One, and that's Grandmaster Caz, Grandmaster Melly Mel, and Run from Run DMC. But my personal favorite artist of all times is KRS-One, so it was a privilege for me to be on tour with him during the 20th anniversary Stop the Violence Movement tour. And this is also a special memory for me because it was the first time I ever was on stage with Chris, and he did the classical Vivaldi piece that I suggested he open with. So check this one out.
That's Big Rick. Like that. Biz Markie.
Biz Markie, the diabolical one himself. Introduce yourself to the people. What's up, Biz Markie? KRS, my man. You owe me $1.
R.I.P. Biz Markie.
We love y'all. You know what it is? Temple of Hip Hop. We got 2 masters of the art form right here. Big Daddy Kane and KRS. Check it out.
Y'all ask for it. Y'all got it.
Y'all remember that? Oh my goodness. Look at this. I remember that.
And he got a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. Remember that? Oh, I could not do that now. Oh my God.
Still has a lot of energy. One of those performance.
Yeah.
You had Big Daddy Kane up here. You had Slick Rick up here. This is classic hip.
See, that was the whole thing, like stop the violence. Like, they're not doing any stop the violence now.
Well,
back then,
it's not popular.
It's not popular.
Blowing the whole spot up when I spit up. Now the train supreme when I walk past, get up. My wrist ain't lit up. I didn't even live that life. Gold, diamonds, platinum, I give to my wife. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, not mine. You got it fine. But what about that rhyme? Can you rhyme? Can you spit it quick like watermelon pits in a picnic? You just dressed up with nowhere to go. Or is the record company the pimp and they the hoe? That's the teacher. Do you want that?
Look at Kurt Nice. Kurt Nice got braids all the way down his back.
Yeah, that's when my dreads was real long. But yeah, I mean, I was like his Flavor Flav that night. You know
yeah, the hype man.
That was his hype man. Flavor Flav was one of the best. I would never be on that level, but you know, Flavor Flav was a dope hype man. He was like the king of hype man. I feel like.
But you know, it's so interesting because I like I said, when we first started the show tonight, I'm like, I can't believe it's been 50 years of hip hop, and I think the hip hop culture has gone through a lot of things. We've had a lot of loss in the hip hop culture, a lot of growth,
right,
a lot of setbacks,
right.
You know,
but it's actually like the most influential music genre right now, though. Still,
it is because everyone, Africa, Asia. I mean, it is really like it. I never would have imagined when I first.
See, that was us on tour. That was us in the hotel room, you know. You can see how long my hair was.
Right, yeah, right.
Well, this was the he's about to do that classic Vivaldi piece, which he's rapping over classical music here.
Okay, let's see.
We have come here today to establish law. Drop that. Come on. Back on the scene, it's me, masterful MC and IOC. Man, the rappers can't hang with me.
Now Lynch reigns supreme. If you don't know what that means, you must enter the temple. Open your mental, learn the essentials. Don't be afraid to dream. Never ever doubt this. No, it's not about Chris. Learn more about this underground hip hop scene. Check for the classical rap. Masterful MC and blasting them back. Unmasking of a baldy track. Ha. Check the mathematical rap. A highly technical, dramatical rap. KRS-One is just that classical cat. That you already know. Come on now, watch how I'm flipping this flow. Lyrical pro, live at the show. Oh man, they too slow. What does all of this mean for sure? Rappers ain't microphone things no more. They don't believe no more. We won't get to see for sure. Them really horse of the company, running for the money tree. Run where it comes see. KRS-One MC. Take this and keep this. Fear is a weakness. Never ever speak this. The truth shall set you free.
Stop the violence. Make your noise for KRS-One, the real hip hoppers in
Yes.
here. Awesome. The real hip hoppers in here.
Awesome. My goodness.
Right.
So listen, it is time for us to wrap up. Now, my Urbanites, I will not be here next Tuesday for the 4th of July. I will resume the following week, July 11th. So I will not be live in the Urban Suite. So I gave y'all 2 hours tonight, right?
Yes, a double show.
It went so fast.
Yeah, because we're having fun.
We're having fun, and there's so many people I did not highlight. Whitney Houston, that's my favorite. Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan, Mary J. Blige, Salt and Pepper.
There's just so many. There's so many.
It's so many.
But I don't know. Maybe if people like this, maybe we'll do this again or something. You know what I mean?
Let me know. Let me know, my Urbanites.
Comment. Leave us a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let me know if this is something, because I also want to do like up and coming artists. There's one artist, Victoria Monet, I really like. She, I don't know where she is, and I have to ask my kids. Maybe have they heard of her? I don't know, but I like Victoria Monet. There's so many artists, that are coming out, and so underground. So yes, definitely do it again. Oh, yes, I'm gonna do it again. And I would like I said, up and coming artists. So
send us your suggestions. Send
me your suggestions. You can Facebook
on the YouTube page too.
Write the comments in so I know. I wish I could read people's minds or read smoke signals. Can't do that. So type it in. Let me know. And I have a new phone number. The new phone number I will be giving out July 11th. You can call, leave a message for my Urbanites. But this has been mad fun. So I thank you all, my Urbanites, for joining myself, producer Kirk Nice, the last Tuesday of this month of June. I can't believe in a couple of days we'll be in the 7th month of the year.
Wow. Past the halfway point.
We are past the halfway point of 2023. My goodness. And on that note, I have to say, thank God that we made it, because some people did not. So I thank you all for coming into the Urban Suite, where you laugh, learn, cry, and grow. Tonight is going to be a little different. Signing off, but I will see you July 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as the audio podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, and Facebook podcasts. All right, my Urbanites, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful, safe holiday. See you all in the Urban Suite, July 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take us away.
Is there anybody love the God that we serve? He's been kind to us. He's been wonderful to us. We just love him with all of our heart, all of our